It's Atlanta's #1 hip hop station, Hot 107.9. I am Moran, the man, back in full effect. And it's always a privilege and a pleasure when I get to chop it up with dope people out here in the world. And I got somebody who, we cool. We've been crossing paths for a very long time. I got everybody's favorite flexible, thick girl, man. Jhonni Blaze is in the building. What's happening?
That's a crazy introduction, but thank you.
Absolutely. Now, first things first, we got to do a pinky promise on camera, right? Pinky promise on camera.
I don't know what it is. That's
Pinky promise on camera. Ain't nothing crazy. Okay, you really gonna do me like that?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
because
cool.
them pinky promises is crazy.
I promise. Well, I promise ain't gonna be nothing crazy. All right, pinky promise. We just gonna have a cool conversation.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I said, what's the pinky promise?
Nah, it ain't that crazy. Ain't that crazy. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how's your mental? How's your spirit? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
I'm just my eye is swollen, so it's just giving me a little problem. But yeah, It's like I don't know if it was a reaction or something, but I'm doing pretty good other than that.
Dope. When I think of Jhonni Blaze, I ain't gonna lie, the word that really comes to mind for me at least is the word resilient. You know, you're somebody, you've had, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but somehow, some way, you just don't ever go away.
Nope. I'm not a person that goes away. I think usually people do go away when they go through so much stuff, and I'm kind of like the opposite. It's just like, okay, whatever, push forward.
Yeah. Where do you think that comes from?
I just got a lot of strength. I'm very I don't believe in no. I don't believe in like quitting or giving up or having a narrative and not being able to change it. So for me, it's all those. And I think that's a lot for you not to, for you to be resilient. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you brought up the word narrative. Yeah. And, when most people first met you through Love and Hip Hop, and, you can't really, first impressions are everything. But, would you say from where you are now to then, do you think you might regret doing that? Like, do you regret doing Love and Hip Hop?
Regret what?
Doing Love and Hip Hop because of how the show made you look, per se.
No one can't make you look like anything. You just, whatever you put out when you put that camera on is, a lot of people change up when they have a camera on them. I don't even half the time pay attention, or not even half the time. I don't pay attention at all, actually. That's probably, I wouldn't even say my problem, but it's just like, why change when a camera comes on?
Good question.
So I've never been that type. Whatever you see is what at that time I was, in, or my space. But I don't regret anything because how I am now, and I'm just, I wouldn't even say chill. I'm just in work mode and I'm focused. So when you're focused and determined, your mindset, your aura, your growth, how you talk, how you move, it all changes.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to accept that until you really like get into your bag of yourself, and really get yourself together. So I don't regret anything because you can always change your narrative unless you just want to stay like that. Then, and I'm not stagnant, I guess that word, like just staying somewhere. Yeah. I've never been like that.
Absolutely. So you would say up until this point, you've done a good job with changing the narrative because,
I think I did an amazing job.
Right.
Because it's like, what else can you talk about? People only want to talk about stuff because it's either they want to be it, they wish it was them, they're nosy, which everybody in the world is nosy. We by accident do it. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
I don't be really caring what people think. Yeah. I'm just focused on me, and eventually you create this thing where people just love you for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done that and still been able to, in the process, be relevant without doing something crazy or outlandish.
Yeah. Absolutely. Where does your focus come from? Because, changing the narrative from the outside looking in, you try to do the right thing, but it always seems like...
Well, tried means you fail. I am doing the right thing. Well, now, you know. But it's like, I'm in a space where I don't give a damn. And that's not like I'm being careless. It's just like, I can't focus on everything. I can't focus on comments. I can't focus on if you see my growth or not. I can't focus on if you feel like I haven't or have changed. Because then it's like, what, am I doing it for you? No.
Right.
So I really don't be, it's like I be in tune, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like, of course I'm going to see it, but it's just like, it doesn't revolve around me. So half of the things, when people be asking me certain stuff, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's the true answer because it's like I really don't know. Because that's what stopped me before
Yeah.
caring about everything else
Yeah.
and
Well, that
stuff.
is growth
So
though. It's like
yeah, it's
you.
just like I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
That's what
So,
it is. I mean, I say that to say because whatever happened in the past happened, but at your
yeah,
core, you're an artist.
yeah.
At your core,
And
you
that was that's the important thing.
right.
So it's just like if you're an artist, be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not going towards any artistry or something that you love and you want the world to see, don't do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned. Like, and I think people when they think of TV, they're like, is it real or whatever? I'm like, whatever you see me do on TV is very real. Whatever you see me post, if I was going through something, that is my real life. The problem is, it's just not you under a microscope. It's not you that's on a camera because your job or occupation might require where you don't need to be on a camera, where you
Mm-hmm.
don't need to be seen, where you sneeze wrong and it's looked at as I don't like it. Everything is under a microscope. You might be a doctor or lawyer.
Yeah.
So usually the hate or either the they don't understand comes from being nosy,
All right.
just wanting to know stuff. It
Right.
happens on the tabloids or blogs, and you see it, and you react. People react. So
Yeah.
everyone's not going to understand everybody's occupation or job or their life because they might not do what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you do what I do, everything is under a microscope.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
real.
like I really don't. I don't know the proper word or wording for mind your damn
Mm. I think that works right there. Just say mind your damn. You can just be, blunt. It's okay to be blunt. You know what I'm saying? This is a
Nah.
table,
I be feeling like that sometimes. Like if people just mind their business, they get a lot accomplished.
That's real.
Like, and I've minded my business because I was minding other people's business,
Mm.
and then I made it my world and my drama, and I was like, nah, I don't want that.
So would you say you made it your world or your drama, or did maybe the world
Made it bigger?
Yeah,
It
because
was like it was already my drama, but because of
Yeah.
a camera or whatever being around or social media, it became everybody's.
Mm.
So everybody can have their opinion and stuff. Just if I want to react at that time
Mhm.
or how I responded, it was that. So what I noticed is I can't be the person that's like, well, mind your business. I was like, no, I'm going to make it to where you ain't got no choice with my business because I don't have no business to put out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm irritated about people talking, do something else that has them talking about something positive. So that's
That's
what I
real.
mean by changing
Yeah.
your narrative. And I started doing that. I was just like, okay,
Good for
y'all
you.
gonna talk about me regardless because
Yeah.
I'm already out here. And
Mhm.
not saying in a bad way, just I'm known.
Mhm.
And that's okay. I mean, that's what happens when you're a singer or you're an entertainer.
Yeah,
But now I could be out here and whatever I put out, y'all could talk about that.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Now I have control, I have power over it. So
Yeah,
that's the great thing about it.
cool.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to talk about because y'all don't know shit.
That's what it is. But one thing I do know, you put an affirmation out there.
Mhm.
You said one of your goals is to get signed to United Master.
I like United. I actually had a conversation through someone with Steve.
Mm.
But I don't know. I don't know where it went.
Okay.
But I liked the interview Steve did.
Okay.
And it just like, when you feel something or you feel like you'll be great somewhere, you're just like, I would like to be over there. He was just saying, it's so much gimmicks out here instead of just raw talent when you do rehearsals, vocal training. I have vocal training. I work out. I keep in shape. I make sure I don't yell too much. That's why people are like, you talk so soft. I'm like, because I'm trying to keep my voice and there's no need to yell. I don't like yelling. I don't like arguing.
Yeah.
I noticed that was the reason why my voice was going. I was always yelling so much. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But he was saying that talent is important, but it also comes with, like back in the day, Motown, you got to go to rehearsals. You have to do this proper etiquette, how you do interviews. And I'm like, I'd want to be over there at a place like that because it's like you really do care about the artist and the talent.
Right.
The gimmick is cool. The fame. He was saying fame and talent used to work together, but now it works kind of against each other, but in and out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So
That's
that was made
unfortunate,
me
but
say
real.
that. I was like, I like to be over there.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I mean, I brought it up because, that's a very bold thing to let the world know. It's like, yeah, singing, you do your thing, but you still have other goals that you
Yeah,
wanna,
I mean, I have plenty of goals. I want to work with certain artists. Everybody should have goals or things that they want to do in life. I just want to be an amazing singer, and my story, I don't want nothing sugar coated. You go and look it up, whatever. I want people to know where I came from, because you look now and you're like, yeah, that's crazy, like the whole 360. So
Yeah.
my goal is just to accomplish everything that I doubted myself. Not others doubted, but I doubted myself in.
What is
And
something that you doubted yourself in that
I
you?
just didn't believe. And I know I'm talented as hell,
Mhm.
but I didn't believe it so much.
What you mean? Like, what didn't you
Like I wasn't
believe?
putting in the work. I was recording all day. That's why I got so
Mm.
many dang on records. But
Right.
I wasn't putting in the time and the dedication in my spirit, my mental. Like it, being an artist or an entertainer is not just singing and
Right.
getting on a mic and having songs that people love. Like if your mental's not right, everything else is going to crumble.
True
If
that.
your spirit's not right, if you're not moving a certain way, if you don't keep yourself in shape, if you don't keep your put what you put in your system to keep yourself healthy, then it's something's going to take away from you becoming even bigger.
True that.
So for me, my goal is to show people like you can really come from nothing and have all of the doubt in the world.
Mm.
If you just change these things, you'll be successful. And I feel like my story, once it's out even more, people will love it. Being an artist is not just being an artist. People have to love you for how you are, what you bring into their world. What do you, it could be your favorite color is blue and somebody can relate to that. It could be you like giving back to the world, and
Right.
a lot of people are on that. It could be you from the hood, which I am, and I'm still cool. Like I could rock with her. Like being an artist with music is 10%. The rest is, what else can you give?
Yeah.
You know, what else can
Because even
we
with like your
see?
story, I mean, I'm familiar with certain things that you've been through.
Yeah.
On paper, you could have been throwing the towel. Just on
Yeah.
paper with, the things you survive,
Mm.
death,
Yeah.
friend beef.
Yeah.
You could have been said, man, I don't even want to
Like I don't even want to do this no more. But I'm like a true like lover.
Mm.
And not saying like people would think it's like personal, but like in general, I am a true like loving person.
All right.
And I think when you are that type of person and a good soul, sometimes when people keep doing things to you, it can change you.
Mhm.
And it's either you change into something horrible and
Yeah.
you just don't grow, or either you just dust yourself off and try again. And I'm the dust yourself off and try again. So I'm like, okay, I'm back.
But that's a choice, though. You may, because like
After
you said,
13 pains
Mhm.
and stabs and backstabs, I'm still gonna push. And I feel like people need that
Yeah.
to see that and be like, yo, I know what she went through and she's still like
Right.
bubbly. And it's not, again, for them, but it's just by default, it is for others. That's
Yeah.
how you grow your fan base. People can relate. Like, I've been through that, and this girl is just so happy. How did you do that? Hey, this is how I did it.
Yeah.
You start something, a whole organization off of just inspiring people to be better.
Right.
So,
And that's also a choice. Like you made a choice.
yeah, like
to
I'm
do
making
that.
a choice to not be the girl that says, I could have been,
Right.
or I could have did this, or I used to be small and healthy, and I used to be able to keep a relationship. Like, no, I can have a relationship. I can love.
Mm.
I can do this. I can accomplish these things in music. And that's the space I like because of the outcome.
Right. For sure.
So,
Well, one big accomplishment had to be performing at Rolling Loud. I mean,
it was
I
because
just...
some.
Hold
because
on.
it
We got to
was.
backtrack. We got to backtrack. The split, bruh.
I'm
The split.
an entertainer. Because you got to think about it. Like Rolling Loud's like,
Yeah.
it was an R&B concert.
Right.
And the roster is me, Scissor, because I think highly of myself. Like, you have to. You got to talk and
Yeah.
believe it. So, and you got, you know what I'm saying? Me, there's all the girls, you know, the it girls, her.
No. Hold on. I gotta ask, because that's great. I like that. Put together the Johnny Blaze R&B show. What
I
that
was
lineup looking
saying
like?
it.
No. Like that's you just said like 3 people though. Like really put it together.
Now, I mean, 3 people plus me. Those people alone got a crazy credentials. So there's
Just
gonna be a
females?
long. I would do a girl R&B,
Okay.
and then I would bring in my friends that are, you know, they definitely have to go in there. But as far as like the names that I would pick and stuff, yes, those are because it's. I'm thinking about instrument wise when they play instruments. Scissor plays, not Scissor. Summer plays guitar. Her plays guitar, piano, and my production is not going to be me just standing there.
Right.
I'm, you know, I play.
You gonna go crazy?
Guitar. I am an ex dancer, so you might see pole work and fun things, and it's just like that's when it's like that. Yes, you can do those type of things. When it's something, let's say if it was a wedding, you'll see me in a gown singing that way. I'm an entertainer. I entertain what's there. So for Rolling Loud, it's nothing but 18-year-olds. Not to say like I don't even want to say kids because people just take things these days out of content, but they're younger adults. It's like it's my first Rolling Loud. I'm gonna entertain,
Go
and
crazy.
I had bubbly EDM music. Like people don't even know I have EDM. That record was with DJ Venom. He gave me
Shout out
an
to Five
EDM.
Venom. Shout out to Five Venom.
He gave me an EDM record, so I'm like, I'm just gonna have fun. And I came out there skipping, and I was just like, F it. Let me just do a split. Let me entertain you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know my music.
That part.
I got put on the roster. I'm the only girl. Nothing but guys.
Right.
And it's just like, that's what I mean by your fan base comes from something different. I did that split. I seen all types of emo kids and everything following me after that. Like, not even kids, but just younger adults.
Yeah.
Younger than me. And they were following like, yo, you did the split, but your music, I didn't know you had a record with Method Man. This is what I was getting that whole week.
Right.
So yeah, that split might have confused or it was just something, I just like being me. I like to entertain. Whatever that you're coming into, you're going to know I'm not just a girl that got a nice body and I did a split. Oh, holy crap, she's playing piano blindfolded. Oh my God, she's singing. By the time you get on my page, you're going to love something. So that's what I was thinking when I performed at the Rolling Loud. I was just like, let me have fun. And then I look on the view and I'm like, why is it at 2 million? I'm like, and then you see the comments.
It's crazy. Like you did all this vocal work, playing the piano, but as soon as you do a split, that's what go crazy. Like
yeah,
crazy.
And it's just like, you know what? It's cool because it wasn't like they knew. If they knew the records, just like anybody, when you know the records, you don't care what a person do when you perform. You like the song. But I knew in my heart they didn't know my records and stuff. That is okay. I'm going to make you remember me somehow. And it worked.
That part.
It was just like they was like, you did the split, but we ain't know. You got records with Neo. I'm a Method Man fan. I'm an NLE Chopper fan. I'm an NBA Youngboy fan.
Right.
You know, the young crowd like that, those type of artists. And I'm like, and I have all types of artists that I've dealt with. So it works for me.
That part.
And, I go back into my bubble playing piano. Even I see myself performing on a bigger stage. I'm going to play a piano and I'm going to be twerking. You got Lizzo playing a flute twerking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a gimmick. It's just, you can't be mad at me. I'm capable.
That part.
And I think that's what it is. It's just like, oh, it's a gimmick. It's like, no, I'm capable of this.
Right.
I'm an ex-dancer. I used to do gymnastics. Like, I'm flexible. My bad, I'm not a certain look that requires what you're thinking. And I don't want to be the certain look. That's what makes it amazing.
That part.
When you look at me, you don't think she's playing 6 instruments. She's singing upside down, singing Whitney Houston. This girl is like super personality. You're just going off a look. So by the time you talk to me, you're like, nah, you're not real.
That part.
That mother ever is not real.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Well, here we are. You do have this record with Method Man.
Yes.
And I will admit, I do like it.
Yeah.
Like you got your little vibe.
You got your little vibe.
You got your vibe. You got your song with this one.
I try to not try, but I like, I wouldn't even say bubbly. I like good music, like good feel music. Even if it's R&B, whatever it is. I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, yo, I had to go and listen to like Mary J. Blige. I had to give that 90s, like still something that was, and not too much, So I was like, okay, I think this might go. But that record's 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I just put it out. I'm like, yo, I'm just sitting on stuff.
Yeah. How you sit on a record with Method Man? I would have binge right there. That's,
Just wanting it to be the right time for people to really enjoy it.
Yeah, that matters.
And be like, hey, and not be like, oh, she's in drama here. But actually be like, nah, this is fire. And then the next thing that I post is music or piano. So it's just timing.
I dig it.
Yeah, it's timing.
That's what it is. Well, hey, what else can we expect for you in 2025?
Oh, I dropped the EP.
Okay.
So the EP dropped February 14th. Called Jhonni's my first EP, 6 records with Method Man featuring. And I'm gearing up for my next single with Create Music, going back home. And just building. Yeah, just building up what I knew I should have been doing and staying out the way.
Yeah.
I think that's the great thing that I love about my growth is just staying out the way and just getting some money and pushing. Because it only takes one record. And then with me, I'm kind of like a catalog artist. So it's like when one hits,
They all
You
gonna
go
hit.
back and be like, it's like Wiz Khalifa had a dope interview. He was like, Black and Yellow, I know y'all like that basically, but how y'all make my mixtape go #1? And they were going back. I guess it was a mixtape or something, and it started charting. And I'm just like, that's what I feel like is gonna happen for me. It's
Dope.
one, and then look at all this other stuff she did. It's just timing and not giving up. Because I want to see what I'm capable of. I don't want to be like I used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real. Well, congratulations to you. You know, I mean, you've definitely, you know, through the ups, the downs, the trials, and the tribulations, you stayed down. You stayed in it. So
I be chilling. My people be like, you about to do this interview, this interview, this. And I'm like, I'm boring. I suck. And they're like, no, do it. I think they'll like it. I'm like, I'm too like mellow. But I like doing interviews like this because I get things like it'd be chill. And you know how I used to be on.
No comment. I mean, you know.
I've come to tell y'all the drama.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, I mean.
And it's like, now it's like, I ain't got nothing for y'all.
Well, that's growth. That's
I
growth.
I can make up. My dog bit me and I whooped up behind last week. I don't know if that's viral, but I'm not.
That's crazy.
Looking to go
Oh, my
viral.
God, your dog bit you?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What type of dog you got? What type of dog you got?
Baby husky.
A baby husky?
Hopefully this gets on the blogs. It's
It bit
just
you like
terrible.
Oh, man. So, like, when the dog bit you, like.
Then his mama, the dog
What it do to
mama
your
came up to
mind,
me, tried
though?
to press me.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
So I had to put him up.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
You know what
you
I'm
got to go to
saying?
therapy because of that?
And tell them I said they whole
Damn.
gang could come see me.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you, man. I'm going to pray for you, man. That's crazy.
I don't have nothing.
Nah.
Like, I think people I really truly feel when I meet people, they're happy I'm like this.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing for you. That's all right.
It's all good.
Maybe drama next week. Tune in with me and my dog. But
All right. Well, that's what it is. Jhonni Blaze on the Dog Reality TV show coming soon.
No? Yeah. Like Pops on Friday.
For sure. But again, though, but on the real, congratulations to you, though, for real. Like, it's good to see that.
I appreciate it. I didn't even know where I was coming to. It looks so different. And maybe it's just been a while, but it looks so different in the office.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see you. Keep doing your thing. Can you dropped a lot of gems, but before we wrap, because I always just
What you
like
about to ask me? I know you want to ask me something.
Nah. We always like to just leave off with just positive energy. So just leave off with some more positive energy. If I ask about the drum, you probably not gonna answer no.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, for real? So if I ask you, for real?
You could have asked me. I just would have been mellow like this.
I'm just saying. So if I ask you about your old friend, you gonna talk about your old?
Everybody been asking me that for weeks.
It's all good.
It's kind of like
I didn't want to ask it.
It doesn't. The thing with me is in interviews, and I've said this. I'm like, you're the interviewer. I don't believe in that. What's off limits? It's all in how you answer stuff.
That's real.
I had a bad friend.
That's
that
real.
I loved to death. Like,
yeah.
I was like,
I mean, I was just say I wasn't expecting to see that when it happened.
Yeah, and when you did that, it's just like, damn. And then you took my personal stuff and put it out, and I'm just like, you making it seem like I did that to text you that you're my friend. That's what friends do.
Right.
So it just, I walked away from it. Yeah, it was just crazy. I was just like, well, the thing about that though is that I thought everybody was gonna be like, oh, here you go again, Jhonni, but it wasn't like that. It was really like, dang, friend, like I feel bad for you. Like that's crazy. Like you ain't even do anything. And I'm like, yeah, like all you got out of it was a diss record and 2,000 more followers on your page and then a post on Shade Room.
Yeah.
That's all you got out of it. And it's just like, if I would have kept going, then it would have been something. I started noticing with myself when I lost that friend, I was like, anything I do, it's when I'm involved, it goes crazy. If I'm not involved, it ain't going crazy. It don't matter if you got 14 million followers and I got 2.
If you don't respond.
I'm Jhonni.
Right.
And people downplay their name, and I'm not downplaying. I'm Jhonni Blaze. I am Jhonni. I'm a household name, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
People gonna love me whether you like it or not. And if I would have kept on going, then you would have popped.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I will say.
And I'm not doing that.
Good. Because even like with just everything you got going on, like, I mean, from the outside looking in, it looks like you and Drake have talked. It looks like y'all are. So that.
No, we were like, I was building my friendship.
Right.
I care about my friendships now, like in my life. When you grow, you care about that.
Right.
I get asked about this man all the time. And it's like, I was building. I was really happy. Wasn't about, oh my God, I'm like, no, I'm an artist, dog. And this is an artist that really believed in me. And I'm like, all right, what can I get out of this a friendship
Yeah.
or associate. I'm cool.
Yeah.
And you ruined that
Damn.
because you posted something that I showed you that I was happy about.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel if I see him, it'd be anything bad. It's just like it kind of sucks because it's like I didn't do anything.
Damn.
I really didn't do nothing.
All right.
So I think of life like this with anybody. Things can happen in a good way. I might see the person in a party or something and it's cool vibes. Like
Right.
I didn't do nothing that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then me being how I am now, it's just like, how can you be mad at me or hate me or anything? I'm like cool as hell. Like I'm chilling. So I learned from that, just like be careful and just have better people around you. Cause that was like a blow. Like I was just like, I'm getting audio sent to me of people talking about me. This is uncomfortable. But I did get some good out of it. The next day I went viral for playing the piano that I always do in the airport. And it just was still positive. So I'm, again, just making the bad into good.
And that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you on everything that you got going on. I want to continue to see you win. Please give our listeners your social media. I mean, you got 28 trillion billion followers.
No, she got that one deleted too. Just
Are you serious?
different type of evil.
Dang, man.
I have a new page. It was at 400-something thousand. In the course of 2 months, is now at 700. So you could delete things, but you can't delete me.
That part.
So follow me on BIGJHONNI because that was the only username that I could use. And I go by Jhonni, not Johnny Blaze no more. And you can follow, if you put Johnny Blaze anywhere, it'll come up anywhere. So yeah, and I got a website, IamJhonni.com. It got shirts, hoodies, lighters, 5 different types of mink lashes. You can go and purchase merch. If you want me to sign it, I will.
Sure.
And yeah, just stay tuned.
Cool. That's what it is, man. Well, hey, so Atlanta's #1 hip hop station, Hot 107.9. I am Moran, the man, and Jhonni, no Blaze, is in the building. Good seeing you, player.
Me
For sure.
too.